Here is my recipe for vegan pot pie from the crust to the inside. Let's get started. This mixture is for 2 batches, the top crust and the bottom crust. We start off with 1.5 cups of flour, 1/4 teaspoon of salt, 1/4 teaspoon of sugar, and then you're going to cube up 1/2 cup of vegan shortening like this. I like to use this brand. I didn't even know this existed till like a year ago. So whisk up your flour mixture, and then with my hands I just make the shortening go into the flour like this consistency. Then I add 1/4 cup of ice cold water and knead it into a dough ball disc kind of thing like this, and I package it up and put it in the fridge. And like I said, we make 2 batches of that. Then it's time to saute your onions or shallots and your garlic. I like to use a ginger chili garlic mixture, a little bit of cumin and poultry seasoning as well, about 1/2 teaspoon of each. Incorporate that really nicely. You can use whatever spices you want and whatever veggies you want. I use mushroom, sweet potato, carrot, and 2 sticks of celery, and mix it all up nicely. I also put in some fresh rosemary and thyme, a tablespoon of red wine vinegar, and soy sauce. And I also put 1/2 cup of veggie stock and coconut milk so that your hard vegetables will cook nicely and it'll start to turn into like kind of a gravy consistency. And I like to add 1/2 cup of white kidney beans. You can do chickpeas. I just didn't do the whole can because I didn't want the beans to overtake the ratio for, like, I wanted to be 1-to-1 ratio of the vegetables. And I just put in a little bit more poultry seasoning there and made sure everything was tender and turning like a gravy consistency. And then I like to add at the end a tablespoon of tomato paste and butter. And then it starts to smell and richen up, and it's so yummy with the butter and the yummy tomato paste. Once it starts to look like this, it is ready. So get out your pan and your first disc of dough, roll it out for your pan size, plop it in there, and then just make some fork holes so that it can properly cook at the bottom. And then you're going to put your filling in there. So yummy. And then you're going to do the same thing with your top crust. And then you're going to put some slits in the top too so that it can properly cook. I like to coat it with a little bit of coconut oil so that it can brown evenly. Then preheat it to 450 for about 35 minutes. It took my oven, and it is so beautiful. I brushed it with a little bit of vegan butter, topped it with some fresh herbs, and it was so divine. I love it. And it pops right out of there. I turned it upside down onto a plate, and it came right out after it cooled, and it looks like this. It is so delicious. I made some gravy too, so I'm going to put that up on my channel there to share for you, and I hope you enjoy it.